The tropics are the regions of Earth surrounding the equator, where the sun may shine directly overhead. Due to the sun's high angle throughout the year, the tropics receive the most solar energy and consequently have the highest temperatures on the planet. Some of the most appealing destinations in the world for sunseekers and beach lovers are in the Tropics region. But overall, the tropics are not just about sunshine and beaches. These areas maintain a wide diversity of local climates, such as rainforests, monsoons, savannahs, deserts, and high-altitude snow-capped mountains. But then again, some tropical regions also face evident drawbacks and real challenges, such as seasonal storms, occasional infrastructure gaps, and variable healthcare access. For anyone thinking of moving, retiring, or buying property there, the smart approach is being pragmatic. Match your priorities to the microclimates, verify healthcare and transport links, and confirm residency and tax rules up front. In our curated list, we balance headline hotspots with underrated budget-friendly seaside localities. Therefore, the remote workers who need reliable internet but can tolerate leaner local services, and retirees who want established clinics and calmer communities will both find suitable options. But in the end, picking the best spot comes down to one's personal taste and needs. With all that in mind, here are the best tropical places to live, retire, and buy property in. Number 12, Palawan, Philippines. Touted as the Philippines' last ecological frontier, Palawan is an archipelago composed of the main landmass and over 1,700 small islets. This long, narrow island is world famous for its unspoiled beaches, dramatic limestone cliffs, turquoise lagoons, and diverse marine life. Its weather generally stays warm and tropical, with a dry season from October to May and a wet season from June to September. International access to this island is granted via other cities like Manila or Cebu, operating regular domestic flights into the capital of Palawan, Puerto Princesa, rather than direct year-round international flights. Basic services on this island are reliable in larger towns with hospitals and clinics. However, retirees that require special care typically visit to Manila. Unlike the more prominent tropical destinations, Palawan draws divers, nature lovers, and those seeking a quiet tropical life rather than non-stop resort glamour. For the most part, life is relaxed here, yet English is widely spoken, and international communities exist in the bigger towns. Yet in quieter villages, it's hard to get by without knowledge of basic Filipino. Monthly expenses vary with lifestyle, but on average, a couple can live very luxuriously on a monthly budget of just $2,500. This sum covers everything from rent, groceries, to entertainment and basic services. Number 11, Zanzibar, Tanzania. Zanzibar is an archipelago and the semi-autonomous part of Tanzania in East Africa. The island is heaven for water sports activities such as swimming, snorkeling, diving with lots of luminous fish, or just grazing over nearby coral gardens. It is also the birthplace of Freddie Mercury, the famous lead singer of the rock band Queen. Nowadays, it receives lots of traction. This is all due to the country's recent reforms, which enabled many internationals to buy properties and invest in the local tourism sector. To get to this island, you won't find any air carriers from North America that fly directly to Zanzibar. However, there are flight connections from major hubs in the Middle East, as well as Europe and South Africa. For basic healthcare, it has cheap, and adequate clinics and hospitals available throughout the urban zones. But retirees that require special medical attention might struggle to live here. The weather remains temperate throughout the year, with 2 rainy seasons from April to late May, and again in November. Crime rates remain low compared to other destinations, but as with any international setting, discretion with valuables is advised. Perhaps one of Zanzibar's greatest appeals lies in its affordability. The cost of living is modest, with some expats even opting for long-term stays at resorts that offer surprisingly economical monthly packages. Number 10. The Yucatan Peninsula. This is the largest peninsula in Central America, separating the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean Sea. Besides the 3 Mexican states, the peninsula also includes parts of Guatemala and Belize. Though for most people, the name evokes the Mexican states of Yucatan, Quintana Roo, and Campeche with their beaches, colonial towns, and Mayan ruins. The whole region is easily accessible from North America and Europe, with international airports in Cancun, Mérida, and Belize City, making travel straightforward. The Mexican side of the peninsula, mainly near Cancun, Tulum, and Playa del Carmen, receive the highest international visits. Therefore, monthly cost here is higher. On average, a couple needs at least $3,800 a month to reside comfortably. In contrast to Mexico, Belize remains budget-friendly. Most remote workers staying in Belize rarely spend over $1,500 a month. But then again, Belize still lacks behind in some modern-day services. Yet, healthcare is strong in the Mexican side of the peninsula, with cities like Mérida and Cancun decked with modern hospitals and specialist clinics, as well as private care. In addition to that, safety standards also vary across the region, but the peninsula is considered one of Mexico's more secure parts, with active international communities that provide a social base for newcomers. Number 9. The French Polynesia. French Polynesia is a cluster of sparkling emeralds floating in the middle of the bright blue Pacific Ocean, about halfway between New Zealand and South America. Out of all of its islands, Tahiti, Moorea, and Bora Bora are its main hotspot with the highest concentrated population. Tourism is prevalent in these islands, but a select few tend to relocate permanently. Being an overseas territory of France, long stays in French Polynesia requires a French long-stay visas like the VLS Visiteur. The climate is warm year-round with a wet season and a dry season, and living costs skew high compared with many Asian or Latin American tropics, so the islands are not for the casual budget-oriented nomads. Its main international airport is on Tahiti, which links the islands to the world and to a wide domestic network of flights. Yet many islands remain reachable only by regional plane or boat. Healthcare is generally concentrated on the capital city Papeete, with competent regional clinics elsewhere. But then again, serious cases may require evacuation overseas. Moreover, non-EU property buyers usually need special government approval, so purchase is possible, but involves extra bureaucracy. But then again, most properties in French Polynesia start from $500,000 US, so only those with substantial net worth can make the purchase. Number 8. Sri Lanka. Aptly known as the Pearl of the Indian Ocean, Sri Lanka is a compact yet diverse island state lying just below India. For tropical destination lovers, on a small budget, Sri Lanka showcases a remarkable variety within a small space, from surfing on the southern coast to exploring ancient ruins or enjoying cool mountain air among tea fields. English is widely used in cities' business and education, which eases everyday life for foreigners, and almost all localities host reliable private hospitals and clinics suitable for routine checkups. The capital Colombo serves as the main international gateway, with a busy airport hosting direct flights to Asia, the Middle East, and Europe. Entry is straightforward for short stays, but those wishing to settle longer usually rely on renewable visas, investment visas, or Sri Lanka's emerging retiree schemes. Safety is generally reassuring, though one should remain mindful of the tourist scams, road conditions, and petty theft in crowded zones. The environment is tropical, with 2 alternating monsoons that shape regional weather, encouraging many to choose highland retreats for cooler air or the southwest coast for year-round warmth. Number 7. The Seychelles. The Seychelles is an archipelago comprising of 115 small islands in the northwest of the Indian Ocean. In the past, it was renowned for its banking and investment ventures, with many opening offshore companies and bank accounts here. But better yet, it is still very lucrative for investment, as there are no capital gains taxes, no property taxes, and no inheritance taxes. In addition, only locally sourced income is taxed, while income earned abroad is not taxed at all. Apart from the investment potential, the island boasts a good quality of life, low crime rates, and well-developed infrastructure. But be aware, cost of living in the Seychelles fluctuates throughout the season, and due to a high rate of important goods, retail price is also exorbitant. To live a lavish lifestyle here, a couple should have a monthly budget of at least $3,200. For retirees and passive earners, the Seychelles also hosts a temporary residency that is renewable after every 12 months. That too, if the applicant showcases proof of sufficient monthly income to support their stay. Number 6. Mauritius. Approximately 1,100 miles southwest of the Seychelles, Mauritius is yet another African island in the Indian Ocean. Its terrain and overall atmosphere is entirely different from the other islands of this region. Plus, English is the official language on this island, and internationals make up almost 19% of the total populace. In addition to that, it ranks as the safest nation of Africa, as violent crimes are non-existent here. Many are lured to Mauritius by not just its tropical setting and beaches, but thanks to its ease of obtaining a visa and residency, along with straightforward property buying prospects. Its capital city of Port Louis is modern and well-developed, equipped with all the daily necessities of life. Healthcare is top-notch, with a mix of government hospitals and modern private clinics, providing decent access to routine care. For a single individual, a monthly budget of $2,000 is sufficient to reside easily, while for a couple, $3,200 is necessary. Number 5. The Dominican Republic. This is the most visited country in the Caribbean, and rightfully so, thanks to its tropical climate, beautiful beaches, and laid-back lifestyle. It is also home to the largest foreign-born population among Caribbean nations, with most being investors, digital nomads, and retirees. Add to this the high quality of life, easy residency process, and a growing economy, and it's easy to see why more and more people want to move here. Another appealing aspect is the cost of living, which is generally lower than in many Western countries. This makes it particularly attractive to retirees and those looking to stretch their pensions or savings further. Generally, a comfortable lifestyle can range from $1,200 to $2,500 per month. Besides, the affordable healthcare and low-cost housing also contribute to this appeal. There are specific areas in the Dominican Republic that are popular among retirees. Locations like Punta Cana, Puerto Plata, Las Terrenas, and Sosua are known for their expat communities. Buying property is also very lucrative here. Many benefit from its low property tax rates, along with the 3% inheritance tax. Number 4. Phuket, Thailand. The island of Phuket is centered right in the Andaman Sea off the western coast of southern Thailand. Mostly renowned for its nightlife and entertainment, yet beyond the neon glow lies an island of remarkable natural beauty, where turquoise bays, forested hills, and serene beaches create one of the most idyllic settings in Southeast Asia. For retirees and long-term visitors, this balance of lively social life with tranquil coastal villages makes Phuket packed with both energy and peace. Accessibility is excellent, with Phuket International Airport linking directly to Asia, the Middle East, and parts of Europe. Life in Phuket is more varied than first impressions suggest. While Patong is known for nightlife, all of its other areas draw retirees with a quieter atmosphere and cheaper rentals, and there are gated communities and condominiums tailored for long-term residents. Safety is generally good, though like all tourist hubs, petty scams or overcharging can occur. Language is not a significant barrier as English is widely spoken in tourism and healthcare, though learning some Thai phrases enriches daily interactions. Due to a sudden rate of inflation, monthly expenses have risen, but still not as exorbitant as the Maldives or French Polynesia. Number 3, Panama. Panama stands out as one of the rare places where a thriving metropolitan hub and a tropical paradise coexist so seamlessly, making it especially appealing to those who want the conveniences of a modern city, yet the charm of a lush coastal setting. Panama City, with its striking skyline, first-class healthcare, shopping, and international airport, provides all the amenities of a global capital, while only a short drive away you find palm-fringed beaches, rainforest-covered hills, and serene islands that feel a world apart. This unique balance attracts not only retirees, but also digital nomads, entrepreneurs, and professionals who want strong infrastructure without losing access to warm seas and year-round sunshine. The government actively welcomes foreigners, with the Pensionado program considered one of the best retirement visas in the world. Number 2, Costa Rica. One of the world's most admired tropical retreats, Costa Rica is a country where pristine beaches, volcanic landscapes, and lush rainforests combine with a culture that values peace, stability, and sustainability. Roughly 10% of Costa Rica's population is made up of foreigners, with most from the US, Canada, and the UK. The climate varies from humid coastal zones to the cooler Central Valley, where many reside for the year-round spring-like weather and access to the capital, San Jose, with its international airport, modern hospitals, and cultural life. Cost of living have risen in the last couple of years, but most couples reside happily for way under $3,500 per month. Though Costa Rica is largely thought of as a retirement destination, remote workers can also find an exceptional quality of life here. Some initially come to the country for a short stay, but with so much on offer, it's no surprise that they frequently decide to settle down here for good. Number 1. Bali, Indonesia. The Indonesian islands of Bali and Java are frequently touted as the crown jewels of Southeast Asia because they seem to offer every terrain and lifestyle in one compact island. Lush, terraced rice fields and rainforest interiors, cool mountain retreats with views of volcanic peaks, and a coastline that shifts from the golden beaches to the rugged cliffs and the calmer coves of the north. It is this diversity that gives Bali its irresistible pull for tropical destination lovers, since one can wake up in a jungle villa, spend the afternoon surfing, and close the evening in a beachside cafe without ever leaving the island. To top it off, the cost of living in Bali is very low. Even with the high rate of tourism and international presence, monthly expenses rarely exceed $2,000. However, this sum can fluctuate seasonally, and rent varies a lot, depending upon the location and proximity to the sea. Those who can afford it will find themselves in luxury villas that are often home to sought-after amenities such as gardens and pools. Fortunately for expats, utilities and services are usually included in the rental fee in most of the places in Bali. Thanks for watching. If you find this video informative, be sure to leave a like. If not, then leave a dislike, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content.